Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. Welcome to the Harvest Grove Almond Orchard. Welcome to the Harvest Grove Orchard. With an adult pass you are free to pick as many almonds as you want to take home and enjoy with family and friends. However, there are a handful of rules to follow to keep yourself safe in the orchard. Always bring a bottle filled with salt water to the orchard. If any almonds you pick have a strong bitter taste, or if you feel disoriented or sick in any way upon tasting, spit it out and wash your mouth with the salt water. Drink about 1/3 of the water if you swallowed any, and return to a refill station if you have less than 2/3 of your bottle left. Do not touch or eat any almonds that are growing on anything other than trees. Common variants of almond mimics include roots, vines, and seed pods. If you eat any mimics, get your sorry ass to a secluded area so that nobody has to see your corpse. If you hear the sound of cracking, breaking, or breathing coming from the trees, do not investigate. It is recommended to leave the area immediately and report the incident to the nearest employee. Ignore any rules posted that are not in any of the languages supported by our official website. In addition, ignore anything that translates to the phrase "this is not a place of honor" or similar phrases. If you are lost in the orchard at night, stay underneath the trees and do not look at the sky. However, it should be relatively safe to look at the sky if you have not eaten any almonds in the past hour. In the event that you are lost at night, and do not attempt to start a fire. Do not enter the thorn-tooth woods surrounding the orchard, marked by orange cones, lanterns, and metal wire. It just isn't worth the effort for the employees to find you. After crossing a split in the path, be sure to mark where you went with a small object such as a coin or one of the provided golf tees. If you find a previously laid marker without turning back to that location, contact the nearest employee and they will escort you back to the entrance. Do not take or eat any almonds or almond products from any stranger you may find in the orchard. In the event that you are offered any almonds by a stranger, please report your position and a physical description over the phone or to the nearest employee. If you have a feeling of being watched, do not look behind you. Simply keep your eyes shut and walk backwards with your arms above your head until the feeling subsides. This makes you look like a predator and will scare away anything watching. Always comply with an employee if they tell you to close your eyes, and keep them shut until they tell you to open them. Failure to comply will result in immediate expulsion from the orchard, if we can find you. Enjoy your visit to the orchard and happy picking. But remember, not all that grows here nourishes. Caution and adherence to posted guidelines will ensure your trip is safe as well as memorable. Story 2. Rules for the lock-in. Hello parents and students. Thank you so much for joining us in the annual MHS All-Night Lock-In. We are so ready for all the fun. We have games, prizes, music, movies, and more. The lock-in will start at 7:43 p.m. exactly and will run until 8:12 a.m. the next morning. No early or late entry is allowed. After you have completed your signed permission slip, please take a moment to read over the following rules and guidelines, alongside some important reminders. Thanks. No exiting the school after entry. This allows us to keep all students safe inside. Under only emergency circumstances, that must be approved by chaperones, may you leave the school with an escort. No outside food or drinks are permitted. Refreshments will be provided, but do not take any sort of green drink that may be offered by the chaperones in the upstairs community room. No entering the gymnasium past 11 p.m. At 2:18 a.m. exactly all of the lights will shut up for 4 minutes. Do not be alarmed. If you hear scratching, head to the auditorium immediately. Chaperones will lock the doors. No students are permitted to enter room 213 on the second floor. The door is locked for a reason. If any students are seen near room 213 they may be asked to leave. If you see the janitor hovering, find a chaperone immediately. Do not make eye contact. The bounce houses will be closed from 1:23 a.m. 1:48 a.m. They like to play at those times. Please don't wear shoes that make any sort of loud noises. Phone calls are not permitted between 4:03 am, 4:27 am. They can hear you. While watching the movie in the auditorium, avoid the 13th row of seats. They are blocked off with tape, so don't sit there. The dodgeballs have a mind of their own. Do not throw them with force. The sounds coming from the upstairs supply closet are not real. Don't pay attention to them. Thank you so much and email me with any questions. Story 3. Guide to haunting your own house. Similar to the way vaccines work, you can prevent dangerous spirits from haunting your house by haunting it yourself. Bring a friendly or benign spirit to your house. Never bring one that tries to pay you. If you accept their payment, you won't come back. Make sure that the lights are constantly flickering if there are any windows so that they will believe one of their own is already there. Make sure your spirit is assertive. If not, other ghosts will encroach on their territory. Remove any dolls, mannequins, and mirrors that are not in use. They are hosts for spectral occupation. Cry constantly. Your neighbors will hate you, but other spirits think that it is the Wailing One and will not visit. If you attract the Wailing One, it is too late. Remove yourself from your house and jump into a body of water. This will prevent the Wailing One from causing pain, but not killing you. If anyone calls during the night, don't pick up. You don't know any of them. If you are video called, refer to step 6. Your spirit will want breaks. Provide them breaks, but be sure to leave the house during that. When on public transport while your spirit is on a break, your back will be tapped. Toss a coin behind you of foreign currency. If the currency is thrown back at you, refer to step 6. To continue reaping the benefits of haunting your own house, such as being ignored by lesser spirits, you must constantly replace any equipment that moves every 4 years. Story 4. A welcome and a warning to explorers from Earth. Welcome, explorer from the human species, to this cavern under the surface of the planet designated Mars. This message is provided in the languages Chinese, English, French, Russian, Arabic, and Hindi. No doubt you have encountered this cavern and this message due to the insatiable curiosity and wonder which drives human advancement. Unfortunately, your curiosity regarding this cavern and the underground lake within will not be satisfied, nor will your desire to know more of our kind. You should leave this cavern, and disregard the existence of the underground lake entirely. However, as research on humans has shown, you will likely persist in your studies. You are quite similar to our kind in this regard. Take time to review each of the following warnings. Our kind has paid dearly for each one. You will be compelled to approach the water. You must not. This sign marks the minimum safe distance from the water's edge. Do not approach. Do not collect samples of the water or soil. If a sample has been collected already, return it to the point of collection immediately. Thoroughly destroy any and all equipment used in sample collection. Do not attempt detailed analysis of water or soil from the cavern. Should you choose to continue research within this cavern, do so during daylight hours. Remove all equipment and personnel from the cavern before sunset. Keep careful track of local Martian time. Should any equipment be found in the cavern after sunrise, assume it is contaminated. Destroy all such equipment immediately. Do not attempt to disinfect equipment, or recycle any materials from it. Establish a system of watchfulness. Personnel must be accompanied, and must be kept under direct surveillance at all times. Do not rely on cameras or other devices for surveillance. Any material that comes in contact with the water must be thoroughly destroyed. This includes organic material and living beings. Do not attempt medical recovery of anyone who has come in contact with the water, they must be sacrificed immediately. Anyone who objects to the rules above should be excused from your efforts before any further exploration continues. Allow them to return home and warn others away from this place. Allow them to honor the sacrifice of our kind. Finally, and most importantly, do not allow any sample, however small, from within this cavern to leave the planet. Do not attempt to take anything from here back to Earth. Our kind would not wish the horrific events of the past years to claim your planet as well. Once again, we implore you, leave the cavern. Tell all of your kind to stay away, forever. But the water will compel you to stay. Recite these rules often, perhaps you can still be saved. We can only hope. Story 5. Rules for the Hacked One. So, you got a chat request from a user with a username that kept on changing, a profile that flickers to different users every second. Well, here are some rules so that you don't become one of the users it flickers to. Rule 1, like with the unsafe account, you'll have to respond in under 5 minutes, or its patience will run out and as a result you'll get maimed and probably killed. And I heard being maimed isn't a fun way to die. Rule 1/A, if you take 3 minutes to respond the being will grow annoyed and the 2 hours will become harder. Rule 1/B, if you take close to 5 minutes to respond it'll be pissed, respond in under 3 minutes for the next few messages or it'll grow impatient and maim you. Rule 2, it's not a good idea to click on any links it sends but it isn't as bad as the unsafe account. Rule 3, if your computer randomly starts downloading stuff, start cancelling the downloads before it's too late. This only happens if you broke Rule 2. Rule 4, don't send any pictures of people to it including yourself, the people in the photos will be killed in 12 to 14 hours. Rule 5, this will last for 2 hours, throughout that time Rule 1 is your highest priority along with the other rules. Good luck! Rule 6, if your computer blue screens, follow the following sub-rules depending on what it fades into next. Rule 6/A, if it remains on a blue screen then shut the computer off and turn it back on again. You have till Rule 1 is broken to do so. Rule 6/B, if it fades to black, smash the computer and start running. If you're fast enough, you might just escape alive. Rule 6/C, if it starts flickering white and black then slice off your index finger and offer it, otherwise you'll be taken instead. Rule 7, if at any point it starts speaking any language other than your local language send it the following message, Moonlight white, white like snow. We've both done too much tonight. It should then start speaking in your local language. Rule 8, use a VPN, it's trying to find your location so use the VPN to change locations every 10 minutes. Unless you want it to find and maim you. Rule 9, don't consume anything during this, the food isn't safe and will knock you out for 10 minutes, a death sentence. Rule 10, don't trust anyone you see during this, they'll try to distract you for long enough for the 5 minutes to pass. Rule 11, remain respectful to the entity throughout this, not only is it basic manners but the thing doesn't like to be disrespected. Rule 12, after your 2 hours are up, 4 scenarios could happen. Here are the following scenarios and how to survive them. Rule 12/A, if it black screens, rule follow 6/B. Rule 12/B, if it starts showing images of different victims of the entity, sit through the 10 minutes of dead bodies, after that you're free to go. Rule 12/C, if the screen goes completely white, smash the computer before it starts reaching out. After that you're free to go about your life. Rule 12/D, if it shows a smiley face, throw an item that's important to you at the screen as a sacrifice. Afterwards you're safe and can go about your life again. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.